Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Alex Williams and you're watching the weekly update with Funagain Games for the week of June 16th, 2017. Today we've got a very large list of pre-orders as well as a lot of new games in stock, so let's jump right in. First is that large order of pre-orders. First up for pre-order is Antiquity. This is a new 2017 reprint. It's a civilization building medieval game for 2 to 4 players. Then we have D-Day at Tarawa, a solitaire World War II combat game from Decision Games. Next, we have Rollers Deluxe, a push-your-luck family dice game for 2 to 5 players. We have Maga-o-Mag, a magnetic-based dexterity game for 2 to 4 players from Cosmos. We have Dungeon Hustle, an adventure game for 2 to 4 players from WizKids. We have The Witching Hour, a co-op card game for 3 to 6 players from WizKids. Dicey Peaks, which is a push-your-luck modular board dice game for 2 to 6 players from Calliope. We have Outpost Siberia, which is a co-op survival game for 2 to 5 players from IDW. Torres, which is a medieval board game for 2 to 4 players from IDW. Not Alone is getting a re-release from Stronghold Games. It's a bluffing hand management game for 2 to 7 players. Capitals is an expansion for Between Two Cities. It includes new challenges such as landscapes, districts, and civic buildings. Betabotz is a sci-fi bidding cooperative game for 3 to 6 players. Tricks and Mercenaries is an expansion for Kharnage. Mad Science Expo is a strategy card game for 2 to 6 players from AEG. Also from AEG is a 60 seconds to save the world co-op puzzle card game, and Cat Lady, a family card game for 2 to 4 players. We also have Rayguns Rocketships, a miniatures board game for 2 to 4 players from IDW. We have the new version of Alien Frontiers, the 5th edition. It's a worker placement civilization building game for 2 to 4 players. We have Skittering Darkness, an expansion for Shadow Rift, which is from Game Salute. Then we have Glass Road, which is a set collection card drafting game for 1 to 4 players from Mayfair Games. Then we have Caverna, Cave vs. Cave, a tile placement ecological game for 1 to 2 players from Mayfair. And we have Sports Dice, Baseball, a push-your-luck sports dice game for 2 to 4 players from Foxmind. We also have new expansions for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, starting with Trains Coastal Tide, Planes Round Trip, and Automobiles Racing Season. Coming soon is Massive Darkness expansions, including Ratlings Enemy Box, Troglodytes Enemy Box, Noble Warrior versus the Cockatrix, Warrior Priests versus the Spearmen Cyclops, Bloodmoon Assassins versus Hellephant, Sorcerers versus Lord Tusk, Reptasaurians Enemy Box, and Quest of Crystal and Lava. Like I said, that was a large order of pre-orders. Let's go ahead and move on to what's new in stock this week. First up this week, we have Onitama Sensei's Path. This is, I believe this is an expansion. Yeah, card expansion for Onitama. There's 16 new cards in here. This is for 2 players, plays in about 15 minutes, and this is from Dice Tower Essentials. We also have 4 new Runewars Miniatures expansion packs, including more Reanimates. We have more Spearmen. I think I'm going to say this right. Ankuar. This is a new hero, I guess, for the Ykar. Keep forgetting the names of the armies in this. And we've got Lord Hawthorne, another hero expansion. And this is for the Deccan army. Next up, we have One Night Ultimate Alien from Bezier Games. For 4 to 10 players, this plays in 10 minutes and plays exactly, or at least somewhat like One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Got some really cool, fun, cartoony art on this one. We have Space Invaders Dice from Turn 1 Gaming Supplies. This is for 1 to 4 players, plays in about 15 minutes, and are obviously based off of the popular nostalgic Space Invaders video game. Next up, we have Perlock Home, Furiarte's Trail. And this is for 2 to 5 players, plays in about 20 to 30 minutes. This is from IDW Games. Obviously, you'll be playing the cat versions of some of the characters from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes. We have Century Spice Road from Plan B Games. This one has been advertised for a while now. Been waiting to see it. This is for 2 to 5 players, plays in about 30 to 45 minutes. I know someone in this warehouse who really wants to play it. Isn't that right, Chris? We also have Techno Bowl. This just came out. We just did the fulfillment for their Kickstarter, I believe. This is from More Fun, and it's for 2 players. Plays in about 45 to 90 minutes. Oh my goodness, it's a pretty heavy box. You got a lot of different teams in there to choose from, and you play on the field. It's a pretty cool looking game. I'm not a huge football fan, but it is something that I would definitely try out. We have 2 new expansions for Steam Park from ILO. This first one is called Play Dirty. Steam Park in this expansion is 2 to 5 players, plays in about 60 minutes. Adds some pretty cool stuff to your game. And a slightly smaller expansion is Steam Park Robots. This one adds robots to your game. Alright. From DVG, we have Israeli Air Force Leader. This is a solitaire game, and it plays in about 30 minutes per mission. It's a pretty heavy box again, comes with a lot of cards, a lot of different components, and separately you can buy the metal miniatures for IAF Leader. From Stronghold Games, we have Frog Riders. It's a pretty cool looking game for 2 to 4 players, plays in about 20 to 30 minutes. Comes with a bunch of frog riding miniatures. Looks like a pretty cute game. We have Spoils of War from Arcane Wonders. And this is for 3 to 5 players, plays in about 60 minutes. And from what I can tell, plays a lot like Liar's Dice, with a pretty cool theme to it. We have a reissue of Manila, I think I'm saying that right. This is for 3 to 5 players, and plays in about 60 minutes. We have King's Abbey. This plays in about 90 to 180 minutes. Plays with 1 to 5 players, and it's from Breaking Games. We have Mea Culpa. This plays 2 to 4 players. Plays in about 90 minutes. Got some pretty cool looking art. We also have Kilt Castle. This one plays in about 30 to 45 minutes and is also 2 to 4 players. Looks Looks like you'll be building some towers in this one. Looks pretty cool. Last but not least, we have a new expansion for Conan. This is called Nordheim. Conan is 2 to 5 players, plays in about 90 minutes, and looks pretty amazing. There's going to be some cool miniatures in there, a new campaign scenario. If you stick around to the end of the video, this is what we will be unboxing today. I want to check out those miniatures and get a look at them up close. That is it for what's new in stock this week. Let's go ahead and take a look at our bestsellers this last week. First up on the bestsellers list is Iki. At number 4, we have Dark Souls, the board game. At number 3, we have the Arkham Horror Mythos Pack, Blood on the Altar. At number 2, we have Mintworks. And at number 1, we have Arkham Horror, the card game Mythos Pack, the Miskatonic Museum. So that is it for our bestsellers this week. Let's go ahead and talk about our new game of the week. Alright, the new game of the week this week is Zepocalypse 2, Defend the Burbs. This is for... there it is. This is for 2 to 5 players, plays in about 2 hours, and it's from Greenbrier Games. Looks like it's going to be a pretty fun game. Comes with a lot of zombie miniatures, comes with a ton of cards. There's going to be a lot to do with this one, and there's some new expansions and stuff coming out later this year. So for the next week, you can get this at Funagain.com for 35% off. Check that out. One last thing to talk about before we go today is our game nights. This last game night, we had a really successful, really fun game of Yokohama going, and gave one lucky winner a free copy of Yokohama, and did a really excellent coupon code for 24 hours afterward. We're going to do the same thing this next week, and this time we're going to be playing Yamatai. We're going to be playing Yamatai this next game night. And so join us at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you could possibly win a copy of Yamatai. And if you don't win, there will definitely be an awesome coupon code for the following 24 hours after the game night. So please come check it out. It's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. And yeah, that's going to be it. We will also see you next week for the next weekly update at Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you then.